29th, Finance Committee. Call the meeting to order, 1 o'clock straight up. Before we address the agenda, there's a statement I need to read real quick. If an emergency circumstances, physical or family medical emergency preventing in-person attendance requires separate request per meeting and board approval. Member must provide a general description of the emergency which he has. The board may act on at the start of the meeting to approve that Mr. Parks can participate remotely as he's doing now. Is the board okay with, besides myself, everyone else here? We have a permit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, Gene, they've decided they're going to let you remotely participate. It is
Cool.
against my best wishes, but it's happening.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. All right. Item B, changes to the agenda. Item pages 1 and 2. Do we have any changes that need to be made at this time? No. Okay. Item C, approval of minutes, pages 3 and 4. Did everyone know? Did we have any corrections that needed to be made or accept as presented?
Except as presented, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Anyone else in favor of that? Yep. Okay. Public comment. I don't see anyone. There's Miss Sally, there's Greg, Mr. Parks. Okay. Move on to item E, financial statements. Sir, okay, do you want to handle that?
Yes. You want me to go through everything, or how do you want to do it?
I will leave that up to you. If you want to go to the highs and lows or
Yeah, we
whatever
can
you
go
think is critical. Gene, do you have anything special you want to address?
No, the highs and lows are fine.
Okay, we are.
More of the highs,
Go ahead, Gene.
more of the highs than lows.
Well, that's what we're trying for. Hopefully we get there. But see. Our volumes were a little bit low, as you see on the stats page, mostly in the inpatient. We are way low there. We're about 61 days under, which hurts our volume, which hurts our revenue. However, this month, it's just direct opposite. We are way over budget just about every place.
Good.
Yeah, we got inpatient days like crazy, and ER is right around budget. The only place we're under budget this month is in clinic, but that's every month.
Okay.
We are trying. Greg is trying to get. Greg, have we heard about the physician, doctor? I can't remember her name now.
Dr. Petty.
Petty.
Yeah, we have Dr. Petty. Miranda reached out to her yesterday, and there was, she said that she's still mulling over a few things, so hasn't committed anything. We have another doctor who's coming in 2 weeks to meet with Miranda, and he's a seasoned doc, and he's at a hospital right now that's very similar to ours. So that's pretty promising as well.
Okay, good. And Dr. Newell has started one day. I see you saw 2 patients, or how did that go?
Yeah, I think he saw 2 or 3 patients. He's going to try to do Fridays for a while, and we'll see how volume goes and how his comfort level is, and we'll see. Hopefully, we can pick up some volume for that.
Is he credentialed with everybody already, or we're still working on that?
I think there's some that I believe BFMC was one that they're waiting on. Most of the medicals are the most important ones to us, and he's okay there.
Okay, good. Okay. Our SNF, we were at 56. At the end of the month, we were at 56. We're now at 54 because we lost a couple of patients. We are going into recruitment again. We had to stop, as we all know, because of COVID, but now we're starting to look for more people. And our problem is, as we discussed in the revenue meeting, is they are starting to take back some of our patients because of low acuity, and they're not paying on them. That's even worse. But not only that, but there's a 2-month gap if we're changing insurances. They're not paying us for those 2 months, so we need to fight them on that. So
Provide service.
provide service, no reimbursement, because they stop what we're doing. We're trying to combat the taking our patients. We're moving them into Anthem instead of Kern Health. Because Kern Health is the one that's taking them back because they have a new medical director and he's trying to save money. So we'll look at that, but she's also trying to recruit higher acuity patients so we don't have this problem. Okay. And that may slow down the recruitment a little bit, but at least it kind of starts addresses it at the beginning instead of waiting for later and we're not getting paid. So I will talk with Sally about that a little bit more. Our ER is a little bit over budget, which is great. And our outpatient visits are over budget. Our FTEs are also over budget. Our FTEs paid were as high as they've been all year long right now. And that's, again, a creep we need to look at. And we are looking at that. We're addressing that in the budget. But we've got FTE creep. And it's that, I mean, part of it is
Ongoing battle.
it's an ongoing battle. But part of it also is the new regulations that Shannon's dealing with. We need to add four nurses.
8 total.
Oh, 8 total, right?
Mhm.
8 total.
An extra nurse to each department, each
And
shift.
shift. So that is going to jack our employee expense way up,
Mhm.
and we'll budget for that. But there's no getting around that. That is regulatory, and it's we got to comply with it. We're out of compliance right now. But Shannon has got 4 at least on
Yeah,
the we're trying to hook right now, and they seem to be receptive to it.
Yeah.
Right?
they do. And then we have several new grads that are coming through when they graduate middle, end of May.
She's got more experienced nurses coming because right now we're a little bit bottom heavy on new nurses, but bringing these nurses in will provide a nice mix, I think.
Mhm.
And that's what we're trying to do because you can't have all new ones. I mean, that's not going to work. Our case mix index is below budget, except for on Medicare, all payers were a little bit above, but we're about average on that.
Okay.
That says the acuity, that tells us the acuity and how much revenue we'll get from each patient too. The cash is up because IGT, we received 2 or 3 IGT patient payments in March.
Yeah, we received 3,
3.
2 from Kern Health Systems and 1 from Anthem.
We still got a couple more coming before the end of the fiscal year. We are we're right pretty close to where we were last year as far as these goes. Right now, we got about a net gain of about 10 million. Last year, we had a net gain of about 12, which is out. In's coming out and doing out, which is always good. And that's how it's supposed to work. Whether or not that's going to continue is still up in the air. But as of now, they're saying there's not going to be a whole lot. There's no cuts this year coming up.
Okay. That's good.
Which is a good thing. Our cash is high. Like I said, our AR, our days went up by 1. Our AR we are really seeing that the AR is probably overstated. That's an issue we're trying to deal with right now. The way the system works, if you change, they're counting, if someone gets paid, they're still counting it as fully due, even though
Yeah, so
90% of it got paid.
if there was a claim that went out for 100,000 and say it was paid, but then in between the time that we submit our claim and a late charge was added, so that late charge isn't on the claim. So we had one where I think the total was like 107,000. Well, the insurance we paid except for the $370 of late charges that were added. So instead of the system pulling just the amount that's the balance due on the account, it pulls the balance billed. So that kind of like throws off the numbers a bit.
And that's just also wound care is still high. We have decided to stop working with BioWound. Christine Polito is looking for cheaper materials, or what do they call us, and we'll continue with that. I mean, it's helping the patients a lot, but we got one I was just talking to the nurse, I can't think of her name, Nicole, and she said that she's kind of reached a plateau with one of the patients. It's not helping anymore, but they're going to see this patient again tomorrow, and they're going to use the wound vac on it and see if that helps. But the supplies aren't working on it right now. They've helped, but not to the full extent.
Okay.
So we will reevaluate and hopefully Christine can find us cheaper supplies that we can use and make it more viable.
Get paid for what we've done.
Well, it looks like it's going to probably be on the cost report, most likely, unfortunately. I think they misled us a little bit, and
Shocked.
I don't know, these guys, I gave them
We haven't paid them.
Right, we have not, and we're not going to tell them. Let them sue us.
Yeah.
They won't, because they don't want this coming out and,
Particularly.
well, yeah, I'll tell everybody if it comes to that. Any questions on that, the balance sheet?
Gene, any questions, sir? You're muted, Gene. Bottom of your phone on the dots.
There he is.
I'm sorry, I was muted. Yeah,
Yeah.
on the investment, we've got that guy investing for us. How is that coming? I don't see it on there. The cash
Say that
that
again,
we,
Gene, we couldn't understand you.
the cash that we have invested, we've got that one investor investing it all for us.
Yes, that's that's the only thing we can invest in. That's a local agency investment fund, and it's very low risk, but it's also not very big return. But that's what our policy states we can invest in. That's how it is with most not-for-profit hospitals. That's a fund that everybody uses, really.
Okay. And are we getting as much as we would get from just leaving it in certificates and off to one or one of those?
Yeah, a little bit more, but not much. It's pretty comparable, really. And like I said, it's low risk, so you're not going to get a whole lot of return, but we're also not going to lose it.
Would we be better off paying off a loan at 5% rather than what we're getting?
We probably could. There's really not many loans that we can pay off early. I don't know if we can pay off the bonds, or I think there may be a prepayment penalty there. I need to look into that, but I will look into that, Gene.
Would you please? Thank you. That's my questions.
I'm hesitant to give our cash away though, because something hits, we could always make the payments, but we need the cash. Right now, we're in pretty good cash position. If we get the grant and start doing this construction, I am worried about the cash situation then. And we don't know about if we're going to get the grant, I know. And to tell you the truth, after yesterday, we're not real optimistic about it. It doesn't look like we were in cahoots with the county, and the county let us down. So we'll see. But I'll look into that, Gene.
Okay, thank you.
We'll go to the income statement. As we see, the inpatient revenue is below budget and clinic revenue is below budget because of those. Both of those volumes were down. I'm on page 6 right now.
Yep.
Also, the retail pharmacy revenue is down, which is kind of strange because our prescriptions were over budget. So it must just be the mix of prescriptions. Yeah, so that we are, as we all know, the pharmacy is open and they're going crazy down there right now. I think they had 500 prescriptions on the first day. Second day is probably about the same, and they still got a bunch in the queue that they're not even able to get to. So I think the community is really liking this new place, and we'll see. Hopefully we'll steal all the business from Isabella. Okay.
Problem solved.
Yeah. Our expenses are a little bit high this month. Our payroll's up. Or what else? Our insurance is up a little. We did an extra payment, I believe.
It was a quarterly directors and officer payment for $37,000.
Okay. Our supply expense is a little bit over budget, and that's due to wound care expenses mostly, but also we had some the prescription expenses are a little bit above too because our prescriptions were over budget. Professional and physician fees, that was ER doctors, I believe, are a little bit higher than we budgeted. And I can't remember what the other professional fee was.
Oh, also tied in there would be like our attorney fees.
Oh, that's what it was, legal fees. Yeah, our legal fees are unfortunately increasing and going crazy. I don't know, when you pay somebody $500 an hour, they add up very fast. And they are not going to go down. If anything, they're going to go up because these cases are just starting to ramp up a little bit. Hopefully we won't have any more, but we also settled the one, which is done. We talked about the payroll.
I reached out to her. I haven't heard back. She's out of the office until tomorrow,
Okay.
So we'll get an answer.
Okay. And everything else is pretty good. Purchase services, we had a little bit extra there, and that was due to.
I think not budgeted was the increase for regional imaging.
Oh, right.
That was over 11,000 and it used to be like 500.
Right, that's it right there. And we are looking, speaking of that, we are looking at a new place for radiology reading. I've got a couple places to call that are looking out there. One guy that came in there and actually made a presentation. He was $11 a read, and the place we have is $7, but maybe getting what we paid for it. We had a meeting with Dr. Cook yesterday, and he's blaming it on, he's got so much new business, they're hurrying. I said, we don't care. You're making more money, but we're getting worse reads. That doesn't help us. So he said he's adding 8 new positions in there the next couple, 3 months. I said, okay, we'll see. But I said, we are putting you on notice that if things don't improve, we're leaving you. He said, okay. That's about it on the income statement. Any questions, Gene?
You're muted, Gene.
I can't stay up with that ding, Mike. No, I have no questions. Thank you, John.
Okay, Gene. Okay, year-to-date basis, we are still up about 230,000. We had a budget of 335. Still have reserves on our balance sheet that I'm just trying to smooth out, smooth out the income statement. And we are doing okay. We're at least at pretty close to break even on our operations, which is a lot better than a lot of hospitals are doing. We just have our expenses are just up. Our payroll expenses are going really high right now. But I think we are improving our nursing staff a lot, and that's going to cost us a little bit of money. That's it for that. Everything else is pretty much the same. Our biggest overage is our supply and payroll and contract labor. Our contract labor is a little bit higher than we anticipate, but by bringing in these new employees, we're going to knock our contract labor down, which is what we're trying to do. But we're always going to have some contract labor, especially in the SNF. That's where we have a lot of contract labor right now. We need to find CNAs and keep them.
Gene, any questions?
No.
Okay.
If you want to look at the 13-month stats, you can kind of see the trend. I mean, what we really want to look at is the average daily census for the SNF has gone from 331.25 from 49 up to 56. So we can keep that growth going. We will be in good shape. Again, limitations are due to the nursing staff. We can only bring so many new patients in with the nursing staff that we have.
So does that 8 new nurses include Shannon is going to be putting on? Does that include the skilled nursing?
No,
No,
So it's just,
Allie is working on
we
that.
did hire a couple
She did it.
LVNs though. Sally did.
And we got a couple of registry nurses in there too, I think,
Yeah.
for the SNP. But we are bunching that up a little bit, but we still need to find, and we have the class is going to be starting in a couple of months maybe.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would think.
So we will be able to grow our own there. And hopefully they'll make it through the program and take the test and come to work for us. That's a big if though, unfortunately.
so the 8 that she's getting, is that acute care and ER, or is that just ER?
Acute and ER. The
Okay,
regulations changed on both places as of 1/1/2026. And Shannon is addressing it now. We should have addressed it last year, but we did not.
It is what it is.
And we can't go backwards, right? But we have not been surveyed, luckily.
I know.
If they do come in, we're gonna have some explaining to do, but I think, I don't think we're the only ones that aren't in compliance with it
Yeah,
right now.
and we can show them that we are trying really
Right,
hard.
and that'll go a long way, I think.
Mhm.
And that we got people to bring in now.
good. Thank you.
Okay. That's about it. I mean,
Yep.
we look at,
Yeah, local vendor aging looks great. Nothing even talked about in there.
okay,
There is new old business, going to new business, contract review, page 20. I've seen the one, says the
which one?
insurance for the boiler for the property. 250,000 a year for just the boiler.
Crazy. What do you think? Is that in the range?
I have no idea. But hey, Gene, me and you need to get in the middle of quoting that one.
That's what I was going to ask you to do. No, not Fred, John. You're the one that's in charge of that. Is the variation you should be able to give us when we get that in there, to say what it was the year before, if there's changes, I mean.
That'd be good information to have. You're right, Gene. We'll add that to it. So we can kind of see what our insurance, we have not gotten all the quotes on the new insurance that's coming due on 7/1, but we will, in the next meeting, we will show you what we pay this year and what we gonna pay this year.
be going forward.
Yep. And that'll be Beta, Alliance, and a couple others. But we are, all insurance is going up. You guys know all insurance is going up, unfortunately, in California, due to the fires and other things. Everybody's got to pay, even if you're not involved in the fires, you still got to pay.
You know, John, I was in the hospital for a few weeks and they billed 49,000. They paid 3,200 is what my insurance paid.
That's what we deal with, Gene, every day. You could bill whatever you want, but they're only going to pay a certain amount. That's terrible. It's like 6%.
The amount of work they did was unbelievable. So, but meanwhile,
Yeah, but obviously understanding where we're at currently and what we're going to be paying moving forward is always great.
Yeah, I agree.
Plus, you know, we set our budget.
That's it. But we'll add that. Any other ones you're looking at?
Gene, do you have any other questions on contract review?
There's a new doctor there, Michael Green.
just
Well, that's Dr. Green. Now he's been here.
Okay.
It's been a year already?
Been like 9 months.
Really? Wow.
All right, let's go on to capital expenditures, item 2. This is for the copy machine first.
We're trying to piece this together right now. I think we might need to talk to Brenda about this particular one. The quote that is in here is 2 years old.
Yeah, what does that quote represent? How many machines? One machine, $6,500?
Yeah.
So that particular machine,
Yeah.
I'm familiar with it.
Yeah.
They average about $9,000 right now.
So-
That's why I was questioning if you guys got it for 6,500, you're doing
Well, we
great.
might have done it for 6,500 2 years ago.
Left
I
side.
don't, so where is it at now? Because I know right now they're about $9,000 if you look up.
I mean, this company we work with is great, but I don't know the story behind
Okay.
it. So we're just,
So do we just need to table it until we get a current quote?
yes.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. on that, Carrie or John, whichever, Scott Kissick's son works for a company that sells and services computers. We should at least get we've been with that general for so many years and I don't think we really know where we're at. Could we at least let a competitor look at it and see, maybe they could just verify with a great deal?
Gene, you got me this guy's number maybe 2 years ago, I believe, and I gave him a call. And I think the volume that we have was beyond what he could handle. He does a lot of like little shops up here, but we have, 15 plus copiers throughout the district.
Okay,
And they would have to, we have to purchase them through them.
okay,
And I mean, it's a huge ordeal. It sounds simple. It's just like switch service, but like we have contracts with this company. So, and they've been a great company. I mean, even though they're in Bakersfield, they're here, I don't know, 2-3 times a week sometimes because we have so many and, they fix the issue and move on. The prices are reasonable. We've had almost nothing but good experience with them since we used them. So
That goes a long way.
Okay.
Yeah.
so if you think that his company wasn't capable of really handling your volume,
well, that was the case a couple of years ago. I mean, I could call them, I guess, but I feel like, for lack of a better word, it's kind of a waste of time.
well, he's gonna call Heidi and you might just look at it. It wouldn't take you very long to, just get a general idea. If he's,
I'm assuming it's the same as it was a couple of years ago, but if you give me the number, I'll give him a call.
okay, all right, I'll get it to you. Thank you.
Okay. We'll table that until we get a current quote. Going on to item 3, capital expenditure for a gurney. That was fairly straightforward. I didn't see any issues with that at all. Dean, do you have any issues with needing this a gurney?
The gurney, what's broke about it? Just, it doesn't weigh people? Is that what's broke about it?
No, it's a new one, so we
It's
can
a new
wheel it
one.
back and forth to your house. Sorry, go ahead.
It's replacing a broken gurney that we have in the ER. We actually have 2 of them. This one will replace one of them, but it has a scale so we can weigh critical patients that we can't get to the main scale.
So the gurney is basically being replaced because of the weight, because it won't weigh people. Is that what I read?
No, it's broken.
Yeah, our gurney in the ER is broken, so this will replace it.
It's just an upgrade too.
Yeah.
And it will weigh.
Yeah.
The
Two-
other
two-
one
two
never
reasons.
would weigh anybody.
Huh?
The old one never would weigh anyone.
No,
It was just,
no. The broken one did not have that capability.
so the new one will.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for
Uh-huh.
clarifying that for me. No, I don't have a problem. It's pretty expensive for a gurney. Those things don't ride that comfortable.
We'll put an extra pillow on it for you, Gene.
Yeah, is that pretty good, Shannon? Is that a reasonable thing? Is it
Yeah, it was under capital without the scale. It was $1,000 less. With the scale, it's $1,000 more. That's why it came here. And it has a 4-inch mattress, which most of the ones that we have in the ER now do have the 4-inch mattress. The ones before that had the 2-inch, so maybe they'll be more comfortable now.
good?
I hope.
And Christine's very good at looking for comparable rates and things.
Oh, yes,
She's,
yes.
she doesn't let anything go by. She's trying to save every dollar for us, which is great.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I do send it to Fred if you, to
Okay,
the board.
thank you.
Thank you.
Definitely push that through. All right, item 4, capital expenditure to fill.
So this is, we don't have a crash cart or a Zoll in the CT room. And we had a code there not that long ago because codes happen in CT.
Yep.
So this is to go on the crash cart that's been ordered so that we can have a crash cart and a Zoll in the CT room. However, we're going to put the new one in ER and that one in CT.
Yeah.
So. And all of our other defibrillators are Zolls, the same series. So.
The same ones that the ambulance has too, right? Isn't that what we're trying to coordinate with them too? Isn't that
I
what
think
they're-
they have Zolls because their pads are compatible with ours.
That's what-
So.
When I was a paramedic, I had a Life Pack 5 and it was cutting edge technology. That's how old I am.
Kern Medical still uses life packs.
Gene, any questions on this one?
You know, it's pretty expensive. And do we have anything in skilled nursing that would, that we could just borrow pretty quick or anything like that?
No, skilled nursing doesn't have any defibrillators over there. They only have an AED.
Okay. Well, we need it, right?
Yeah.
You do.
Then I don't have a problem with it, but I should send it.
Right, we'll sit it through.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, last item, item 5, policy procedure system. Explain.
Explain. All right. This company is a company we currently use, HealthStream, for policy and procedure management. They are phasing out their on-premise solution, which is what we currently use, to their cloud solution. So because of that, there is an increase in cost to use their new platform.
What are we currently paying?
We currently pay 10 grand a year, and it's going to go up to 14 a year, almost 15 a year.
Is it gonna be better service?
It's, I mean, I've only seen a demo of it, but it was a solid demo. A lot of some of the pain points that we have currently, like editing policies, where you have to open up like the Word doc and do it all, like there's extra steps. It's all done like right within a web browser. So that's better. There's some remote accessibility. I mean, we have people who work remote, and sometimes updating policies when they're remote, like it's a difficult process. I know Suda's had issues in the past and stuff too. So when she's remote. So this would alleviate that. Plus, migrating this is a horrible endeavor. This project took us 3 years probably to really get to, we're like 95% there with policies probably. It's been a big benefit for the district in terms of accountability, tracking, lots of different things. So I'd like to just migrate over to their new thing. Everybody's familiar with it. Training would be minimal because it's using the same language and space. You know, the layout's very similar.
When are they phasing out their current one?
By the end of the year. So that's what this is. It's not a CER because we're not gaining any like something that can be depreciated. It's just a service, but there's a changing cost that the board had previously.
If it's a service, I have to assume that there's multiple companies that offer this type of service.
Yes, there are lots of companies. The issue with those companies is the time factor in which it would take us to get off of this. This is a straightforward migration. Like, we don't have to do anything. They already have this stuff. Migrating that data is very, very easy. And considering the length of time that it took us to get this up and running, spending that amount of time for an established system or for a system to be reestablished is a big undertaking.
Carrie, once you have it in place altogether, the new package, would it be easier to go to another company from there? Because a lot of times the other companies, they went to business, they make it easy for you to change. I know right now you just said that wouldn't be a good factor. Could it possibly be once you get into the new system that if we needed to switch over, we could?
Yeah, I mean, there's possibility to do that now if we wanted to. I just don't recommend it because of the lift.
Okay, that's good. All right.
And not just for like IT, it's for all of management staff. The lift is huge.
Sure.
This one work the same way the old one works.
Yeah, it's gonna work different, yeah.
So our browser right now is Microsoft Edge, right?
That's not that big a concern. Microsoft Edge works on the coding of Chromium, and Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge. I wouldn't say they're synonymous, but it's not really a concern.
But if it was or if it becomes a concern, you can just switch to Google Chrome.
Yeah,
Because I know that we left Google Chrome to go to Microsoft
Right.
we
Edge.
did. It's not a concern.
Okay, Fred,
Shannon, do you have a question?
No, the same as Jerry, because it says here that it could be a problem.
Correct.
I mean, in the event that it's some catastrophe problem, we
Just
just
switch
push a
on.
button to go from.
Well, I mean,
I'm not worried about it.
I
There's
hopefully
lots
know
of,
that, there's dozens of companies that offer this service nationwide for multiple hospitals and districts and entities and counties and what have you. Just want to make sure that we're spending the money the right way.
yeah, I understand the concern. And I do too. But like I said, I'm factoring in all of these things, especially the lift that it took to get us to where we are, when making this recommendation.
So, but no matter what, though, we're looking at a minimum 3-year commitment to go.
Correct.
Same price for all 3 years.
It's a marginal increase.
That's what it should.
Basically, it's just under 15,000 a year.
Yeah.
Not that big a difference. And our quantity is 296, so we gotta keep it under 300, or that grade change.
They're not gonna know. I'm gonna give them an accurate number for when they gave me the quote, but
is there a way we can get, cancel the contract, get midterm, like a lot of them have 30 or 60 days notice to us, us or them?
say that one more time. You want to cancel?
Wanting to know if there's an out.
Out. Oh, we're signing a 3-year contract.
There's no
He
out.
was out.
Yeah.
There's no out.
I mean, I'm sure that if the service somehow went down or something like that,
I
then
think that's.
yeah.
Okay, but you're not sure what, most contracts that we deal with, there are a lot of them. We can, either one of us can cancel within 60 days. For whatever reason, generally we don't do that, but, okay, Fred, I don't have an
They can
issue.
cancel on us if we don't make payment.
Yeah. Okay,
What's your opinion, Gene?
I think, at this point, from knowledge, from what I see, from what Carrie's saying, we don't have a lot of choice but to go ahead and go with what he's advising right now. Which is probably a good thing.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Send it to the board on Tuesday.
That's fine. Anything else you want to bring up, Mr. Park?
No, no. No, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, I don't have anything else.
Okay. All right, with that said, at 1:35, we'll return finance. Thanks, you.
Nice.
I think we're under
Thanks.
2 hours for board meeting for both of you.
I know, that's nice, huh?
Nice.